Welcome back to GP Fans as we dive into more of the fallout from last weekend's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, with Mercedes still only making baby steps and Guenther Steiner telling us just how far he would have gone last year to see Haas having some success. I'm Ollie Wilson. Hit the subscribe button down below to stay up to date with all of our content throughout the year. Now let's dive into the Monday morning headlines. Mercedes are only taking baby steps when it comes to developing their W13 car, according to George Russell, as the team once again struggled for pace at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The reigning Constructors' champion has had more than a disappointing start to the new season, with team principal Toto Wolff saying he's learning a lesson in humility as his team managed to bring home Russell in 5th and Lewis Hamilton in 10th at the Jeddah Street Circuit, with the latter unsure if he would even get points, so unused to finishing that far down the pecking order is the 7-time world champion. With Russell 30 seconds adrift of 4th place Sergio Perez at the checkered flag, there is plenty of work that needs to be done if the team are going to be able to compete with Ferrari and Red Bull this season. We're a second behind them, Ferrari and Red Bull generally, and we've got work to do, said Russell. We have a better handle of the race pace than the quali pace, but the inherent issues are still there. We're continuing to learn, but at the moment, we're making baby steps, and we need to make leaps and bounds. We're struggling to find the silver bullet to resolve our issues. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen had to use all the power in his RB18 to stave off Charles Leclerc and win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in Jeddah this weekend, with the Dutch driver confirming he had to go into qualifying mode to hold off the Ferrari driver's attacks. The front two on Sunday were playing cat and mouse games to try and hold on to the lead until Verstappen made his move with just a handful of laps to go. But Leclerc was always looking to pounce back, and the reigning world champion had just one key to success when asked how he'd been able to stave off the Monegasque driver's threat and hold on for victory. Qualifying laps. Charles really played it smart in the last corner, so it was not easy for me to get by. But then, once I was ahead, it was really like 4 laps flat out trying to stay ahead because Charles was consistently in my DRS. So yeah, it was quite tough out there. And finally, Haas team principal Guenther Steiner would have done a fair few things last season to be in the position his team find themselves in 2022 after 2-point scoring finishes in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. The American constructor put all of last year's budget into developing their car for this season, which meant times were certainly tough as the rookie driver pairing of Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin were consistently on the back row of the grid in 2021 and bringing up the rear for the majority of races, only really able to fight for position between themselves and sometimes with fellow strugglers Williams. But it seems the move is paying off after returning driver Kevin Magnussen finished 5th in Bahrain and 9th in Saudi Arabia this weekend, giving the team 12 points from their first 2 Grand Prix of the year, more than their 2020 and 2021 tallies combined. Speaking to Speed City on Sirius XM Radio, the Haas boss Guenther Steiner was in a reflective mood when discussing if this year's car could have done more than just a 9th place finish in Saudi Arabia over the weekend and brought home more points for the team. It's always disappointing, you always want maximum, but then, if you think about it, you cannot be too greedy. I mean, last year for 2 points, I would have f***ed the whole paddock. Haas are sat in 5th in the Constructors' standings on 12 points, with F1's shake-up of the regulations meaning only Aston Martin and Williams are yet to score points this season. Ferrari, of course, topped the standings with 78 points, Mercedes 40 points adrift of them in 2nd, and Red Bull almost eclipsed Mercedes' tally in one race after they failed to score in Bahrain on the opening weekend. They're in 3rd. So that's how the Constructors' standings look. We're all pretty glad that Guenther Steiner didn't have to do what he said he would have done to pick up some points last year to get points this year. Developing a car seems like a much better way to go with things. Let us know your thoughts about Saudi Arabia and the Grand Prix we've just had in the comments section below. And of course, hit the subscribe button to stay with us here at GP Fans.